Hello everybody, I'm Deborah Flemming Bradley, and welcome to my space where I inspire women to aim high in their lives. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about hitting the reset button, and just not any reset button. I want to talk about a hard reset. There are many times, and yes, many times, where I've had to reset in my life, and I'm still resetting to this day. The three things that I want to talk about with you over the next couple of episodes, but most importantly today, are the mental reset, the physical reset, and the spiritual reset. According to Stephen Handel, author of Small Habits, Big Changes, a hard reset can be any life-changing decision, including but not limited to moving to a new place, changing career paths, or ending a marriage or long-term relationship. A hard reset is life-altering and risky by definition. You're leaving your current life, which is a familiar and safe place, and willing to take a chance to see what else the world has to offer you. So let's talk about the mental hard reset. I'm going to talk about me and the situation I was in a few years ago. And it was about that time when I was a mother, a stay-at-home mom, and I wanted to transition into the career that I've always wanted. So this is what happened, and here's my story. Right out of college, I had a baby. I got married. We had another kid 22 months after that. Then I had another kid, number 3 came after that. And then I had another baby after that, 20 months apart from that. So by the time my oldest son was 5 years old, I had 4 children. And somebody had to be at home to take care of those kids because babysitting was very expensive during this time. And I can't even imagine what it is to this day. So one of the things that I had to learn was about the financial setback and when I was staying at home with my children. My husband and I were having some ups and downs financially, and I couldn't contribute financially like I wanted to. Well, I really couldn't contribute at all. I was not being financially responsible by saving the money. So when we had a setback and a contract was taken away from my husband, when we're in the beauty industry, I had no way to help him out. I had not saved any money. I had not made any money. I was a good wife. I was a good mom. I took care of my family in the best way I knew how. But when it was time to save my family, I could not help out. Okay, so while I was in this process of kicking myself for not being able to help out my family, my friends had gone on to get higher degrees. They got their dream jobs. They were getting married, moving into beautiful homes, getting nice cars, and doing all the things that we would think are the norm things to do. So while I was at home raising my kids and hadn't started my career yet, I was trying to think of a way. How could I manage having a family, still be a great wife, and get into my career? It was always lodged in the back of my mind on why I didn't do anything with my career. Why I didn't do anything with my degree at that time. Now, the benefits of being a stay-at-home mom was amazing for me, and it does have its benefits. You get to spend all the time in the world with your children. Make sure you get to see them walk. Make sure that they're fed well. Make sure they're dressed well. Make sure that their whole schedules are laid out, and you're making many versions of yourself, and it was a wonderful experience. But now that my kids are all grown up, especially when that last one went to college, I made some decisions to reset my mindset because I kept thinking about my past. That's one of the things that you have to do in a hard reset. And that is not to let go of your past, but put the past behind you and move forward. It's done. There's nothing that you can do about that. So while I kept thinking, and I can say for 3 years, for 3 long years, I kept thinking about my failures financially and what I could have done differently, how I could have helped out more, how I could have did this and that. And I didn't want to feel that way anymore, but it kept coming back to me because I wasn't moving forward. I kept breathing life into that failure in my past. So I had to say, be done with it, forgive yourself, and move on. Have you ever had a time in your life when everything was going good, everything was in bliss, everything that you wanted it to go the way that you want to go was just going well, and then something bad happened? Would you do anything that you could possibly do to get back to that place? I was in that place. I was trying to figure out how to get back to that place where everything was financially well. But let me tell you what happened. I kept trying to bring the past into it, which was negating what I was trying to do, move forward. So I had to make a decision. What are you going to do, Deborah? What are you going to do? So I had to think about things like, what did I want to do before the marriage, before I had kids. And that was to be career oriented and driven and doing the thing that I loved the most. And that's what I did. I had to start thinking about those things and how I could move forward and assume that career that I always wanted to do. I went back to that place where I had all the energy, had all the drive, and I started to replace it with better habits. The first habit, as I've already explained, I had to let the past go. It is done. I can't rewrite it. I cannot redo anything about it. It is done. Move forward. The second habit, I started reading more books on being financial savvy. And most of you know I'm already a big Susie Orman fan, and I started reading her books and doing her workbooks, and I got an idea of how money can be very elusive and how you can make it easy, but keeping it is what you need to focus on. So I became financially savvy, and that was the second habit. The third habit was for me, I had to start doing things like going to bed early, making sure everybody had a schedule, making sure that I had a schedule. But first things first, I had to make sure that all of my stuff was done early so I could take care of everybody else that I wanted to take care of my family without feeling like I was neglecting anyone. I did not want to neglect anybody in my family because I was working on the things that I wanted to work for me. So when you're doing a hard reset, one of the things that you have to take in consideration is how to plan out your purpose. And if you're going to be planning your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing, you make sure that your family is taken care of. And what I'm saying is, you can't just do me and just let everything fall to the side. You have to keep in mind that you have responsibilities. You may be married or have a significant other. You may have kids. All those things need to still be in motion while you're doing your purpose-driven life. So I say this to you, don't do you and let everything fall to the side. You have to keep in mind there are people who love you and want to support you. Let them know what you're doing, how you're planning it out, how you want to navigate with everyone, and when you need that time to get it done. Lastly, you need to find the right environment where you can be successful and thrive. For me, it was moving on to the next level in my life. Some of you call it up-leveling, and that is fine. But I want to say I'm moving to the next level. And what I did after 13 years of living in my dream home, raising my kids and everything like that, I wanted to change my environment. I could not do what I wanted to do now the same way I was doing it then. So what I did was, my husband and I have a discussion on what we want to do and how we wanted to live out the remaining part of our life. Now that we are empty nesters, we were thinking this can't possibly be it. The kids are gone. Everybody's doing their thing. You know, what are the things that we've always wanted to do that we never got to do and want to do now? So we moved. We moved into a new environment. And I'm going to start talking about a literal physical move. I'm talking about we moved to an environment where we could have other people around us and help make other people successful. In return of doing that, that has provided me the life that I live today by helping others get what they want. So with that being said, if you're looking for a hard reset in your life, think about those things. So let's recap what I just spoke about. First things first, you got to let things stay in the past. Do not bring or breathe life into those things because it doesn't serve you. You know, we want to serve from your saucer. My mentor once told me, serve from your saucer. You know how you fill your cup up with that tea or coffee and you're drinking it? What's in that cup is yours. What overflows into the saucer is there for you to serve. So with that being said, leave that stuff in the past, move forward. And I know that may be hard for some of you out there, but you got to get it in your mind that it doesn't serve you anymore. It's done. So let's start serving from the saucer. Number 2, you got to think about that next level and where you want to be in life. And that reset may involve you letting your family know and your friends know that you need a change in your life. So that's what you do. You make that move. You decide what you want to do, how you want to do it, you plan it out, and you don't neglect the people who love and have supported you throughout that whole entire time. Just be you, let them know that you're what you want to do, plan it out purposely so you can climb to the next level in your life. The next thing is you got to change your environment. Change your environment. Some of us can't physically move to get to that next level, and that is fine, but you can change the circles that you're in. And that is one of the most important things you can do, is change your circle, change the places you used to go to new places, meet new people, get into networking groups that help you thrive and succeed and with like-minded people. I'm Deborah Flemming Bradley, and thank you for joining another episode of Point of Your Prosperity. Don't forget, follow me on all social media, and don't forget to visit my website for more information at deborahflemmingbradley.com.